Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, the channel where Jamaicans are telling about Jamaica, and here is my third episode and it's gonna be about Jamaicans. Actually, the idea of this episode I got from my friend. She is also Russian, and once after watching my previous videos she asked me, you know what, I cannot figure out who are Jamaicans, what kind of people they are, and that's why I decided to make the video where Jamaicans are telling about themselves. And I hope this video is going to help you to get to know Jamaicans better. We have 5 questions, 10 Jamaicans. Let's get started.
I would say we're warm, quite friendly. Yes, those adjectives I think sums up who we are as a people. Warm, friendly.
Jamaicans generally are, I would say, very kind people, like to share. Jamaicans like to share, and Jamaicans build good friendships. You know, Jamaica people build good friendships with people. And I think another strong thing about Jamaicans, we like good things. They like a nice home. They will take a long time to build it, but they will work towards having a nice home. And they love when their children get a good education.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jamaicans, they're very friendly. And they're very helpful too. You know, they have that spirit of helping others.
We are very positive. We're very strong-headed. If we tell you that we're going to do something, 95% of the time we will.
We are just such warm people. We are friendly. You know, we love to share and so on.
The strongest side of Jamaican is that we're very proud. We're very proud to be Jamaicans. We have a lot of style because of so many culture. It's a melting pot of culture. That's what our motto say, out of many one people. Mm-hmm. So out of many one people, everything combine and create this proudness that the world knows us for. So we're a very proud set of people. That's the strongest things we have as Jamaicans. We're very proud.
Some are funny. Yeah, some are funny, some are different. They are different type of people. So some are friendly, some are them not. I mean, I'm not friendly. I don't love friends. I stay by myself.
Okay.
Well, Jamaican people they're very energetic. You know, they're lively, full of energy, full of life.
Oh wow. I think it's probably the way how we can make any bad thing turn into a good thing for us. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're able to see the bright side of a down situation. We're able to see the silver lining of any cloud.
Like hardworking, that's one. You'll find them friendly. Maybe not all, but it's just everywhere you go, you know. Hardworking, friendly. What else should I say? Hardworking, friendly. You will find some unfriendly, some can be lazy, but they are nice people. When you get to know them, they are nice people.
We lack empathy, which speaks to our high crime rate, the level of violence that we see at a high now in the society. Murders, robberies.
The worst side is, I think, the anger that prevails in the society. And a lot of it is because of I would think lack of proper parenting. I think the home structure has broken down, and it has broken down because of many things. I think like, for example, teenage pregnancy, lack of education, and lack of job opportunities. So because of that, the home people or they don't stay together as a family. One might be here, one might be there. So the child is not cared for in the way how they should be cared for as a child would grow up in a family setting. So that is one of the things that I think is hampering the society. And the other thing is that I think as Jamaicans we need a better early childhood education. Too much of our children are leaving early childhood, going into primary schools, and they're not properly prepared. So over time that affects their education and training as they go along.
Yeah, they're not punctual, man. You tell a Jamaican, hey, I'm having a meeting at 8 o'clock. They'll be showing up like 10, 11 o'clock and say that, well, I had an emergency, I had this, I had that, you know what I mean? But yeah, differently, you know. Yeah,
Jamaicans don't like people push them around. If you push Jamaicans around, you're in big trouble.
We don't like nobody to push us around. You know, we just want it to be on top at all times. So we don't want it to look like somebody that, you know, weak. We just want it to be on top at all times.
I would say like the weakness of Jamaicans' character is like, I don't really see no weakness, but I would say this is like, we are totally friendly. So it doesn't matter who approaches us, we're going to be as friendly as possible. Sometimes that can be good, and sometimes that can be negative. So I would say like our friendliness.
You mean sometimes you suffer of your...
Yeah, sometimes we suffer from being that friendly, because sometimes someone can mean you no good and you become friendly with them because we are so friendly. Naturally we are friendly. So I would say that's a kind of strength and a weakness in one. Yeah.
None of them just love people business and stuff.
Jamaican men, they love a lot of women. that's a weakness.
So what about Jamaicans in general?
Oh, Jamaicans in general? I would say they love money. That can be a weakness.
Oh my gosh. Woo. Probably like how passionate we are. Super passionate. So even if it's about something negative, we can get very riled up, very upset, very angry. We feel those emotions as strongly as we feel things like love and happiness and joy.
Some of them can be aggressive. Some can be unfriendly. But as I said before, you're not going to find everybody being like that. So you find some being unfriendly, some being aggressive.
It's hard to single out a single event. My greatest passions would be my job. I'm a teacher, and my children. Those two aspects of my life would be, you know, the things that brings me the greatest joys. Specifically, as it relates to my job, I like teaching children who are considered to be slow learners. And when you know you're taking a child from being unable to read and see this child, you know, progressing so wonderfully, where a child can take a book and now be going through a lesson without your help, you know, yes, you have contributed positively to that child's life. When it comes to my children, I'm very proud of them. I think they are my greatest accomplishments. Yes, they do give me the greatest heartaches at times, but yes, they do bring me some of my greatest joy.
Some of the things I can remember, I mean, growing up in my community as a young man, we were very happy. We share things. We would share with our neighbors. We would go to their homes. They would come to our homes. They would eat at our house. We would eat at their house. When I went to school, I went to a boarding school. It was a gift from the Cuban government. And I think that was the happiest part of my school life, because we lived as one big family. I mean, up to today, we are still friends at that school. I went to a second boarding school, which is Homewood, in Manchester here, and I enjoyed that period of my life. And I think now I'm very happy working with children and young people through sports. That is my passion, so I am very happy working with them.
Teaching makes me happy, you know. Teaching the kids. I know one of my happiest moments normally around graduation, when I'm seeing those kids leaving to high school. You know, they're playing their part, instrument, etc., etc. Yeah, that's my happiest moment.
Okay, the happiest time period of my life when I felt like I was on the top of the world is when I was growing up. When I was growing up, I was free like a bird in the tree. We used to go to the rivers, and nobody would mess around us. We would take off our clothes and we would just in our underwear and our bra, and we would just swim in the river, have fun. That was the happiest time.
The happiest period of my life is when I become an adult and started to work for myself and earn my own money and stuff like that, and so I can wear my nice clothes and so on.
I mean, most Jamaicans would tell you that in them teenage years, coming up in them early 20s, that would be the happiest period, because in those times it's like you're just experiencing certain things, plus you're experimenting at the same time. So that allows you to be so happy. But coming up now, past your 30s and going up, it's all about climbing to the top. Everyone wants to reach that goal. But happiest period of this time is from teenage years to early 20s, like 24, 25. That's will be the happiest period of Jamaicans' life in general.
Oh, when we leave school, when we leave school and stuff, I feel a little good, but I got myself into a school. Yeah.
What comes to mind when I pass my CXC examinations? Yes, and also when I got this bike right here.
Wow.
Yes, growing up I always wanted a motorbike, and I finally have it now.
I have a fitness wear brand that is called Kingston Fit. It's founded and built here in Jamaica. And my happiest moment was when I got to do New York Fashion Week with that brand. So very exciting. I got to put our music on display, our fashion on display, and all the models in the show were Jamaicans from all over the world. So it was very exciting, very happy.
When I gave birth to my son, who is an adult, that was the happiest moment for me. When I gave birth to my son, who is an adult, and very good child he is. Takes very good care of me, even though I am working, but he takes very good care of me. It's nice having him in my life.
Oh, something personal just came to mind that I cannot speak up publicly, but the death of my father. Yes, he died when I was 17 years old. He was one of the persons that I looked up to in my life, and having lost him at such a, I would say, tender age, you know, leaving. Basically, I'm heading into adulthood, and you have this person that you looked up for guidance and looked up to for guidance, and now he was gone. You know, it was difficult. It was difficult, very, very difficult.
I think the one of the hardest parts, I lost two brothers in short time that were very dear to me. And they were ill for a little while, so it was very struggling. Also, I lost my son. When I lost my father, also was really like my best friend. So those times were very struggling. I think there are other periods that I would have had struggles here and there, but I think those times would have been most impacting on me.
And that still has to do with teaching, you know. When you have the big groups, when you're teaching the big groups and things not going how you expect, you know, it's really depressing, you know. Different students, you have different students with different mindset, different goals, and you have to teach them in a way that, you know, all the goals becomes one. So, you know, that's a big challenge. You know, it's like taking somebody from Russia, someone from Antarctica, someone from the Caribbean, and you're making them with one goal. That's the hardest thing, because one person speaking Spanish, another person speaking French, another person speaking Russian, another person. So it's very hard. So to get them on one level, that's the hardest thing. But when everyone is now on one level, that's a big accomplishment. That's that's a milestone for me.
The hardest period in my life in Jamaica is when bad things are happening, like when corruption, like when all this scamming and stuff start taking place. That's the saddest part of my life in Jamaica, because people don't talk about the good things about Jamaica and the negative and the positive things about Jamaica. They're all about the negativity, but there's a lot of good positive vibes in Jamaica, because Jamaican people we are warm and we are friendly, and we are hard-working people, and we are 150% positive people.
When I was struggling with something is most when we brought up poor, and so then at a point in time we could not afford what we wanted to afford. I grow with a single mom, and so then we no father around, and so then most of the time that we couldn't go to school as we think we should, and so on. So that was it most of the time.
I would say like I'm still struggling, but at least I'm at a certain level that I don't have to reach out for certain things anymore. But it's always a struggle.
Why?
Because this is Jamaica. You got to hustle every day to make it. So it's not like you're going to make it and sit down and everything is just going to vanish away. So it doesn't matter the level you make it on. You're always going to keep going. There's no settle down. So you're always going to keep hustling to be on the edge, to be on the top. So that's it.
Oh, my 6th year and my exams are very hard. It's stressful, but
When I was living in Kingston with my father, we didn't get along so well, so it was a real struggle. But we worked out our differences, and we're living in peace now.
Struggling, perhaps probably with my father's death. My father was always my best friend, and so losing my dad to violence here in Jamaica was very sad, a very hard period of time. It lasted for a few years. The pain it doesn't go away, but it gets easier.
There were days when I've never been hungry. Thank God for that. I've never been hungry. But sometimes, it would be days when you feel down. They might not have money at the moment when you feel down to get what you want. But thank God I have never been hungry. But there are days where I feel down. After a while, sometimes someone might call you, and when they call you, just to have someone to talk to, they might not be able to solve your problems or your problem, but just by talking, just a little word of encouragement.
Resilient. Yes, we are. In spite of our drawbacks, we are. We will find a way, no matter how, to make it work. Yes.
Adventurous. Jamaicans are adventurous. With our food, with everything. Jamaicans just love adventure. So I would say adventurous. Jamaicans are very adventurous.
Jamaican person, they're very loving. Trust me, they're a very loving set of people. Yeah.
Loving.
We are friendly, very friendly. We will come off our bed and we sleep on the floor and give you to sleep.
Beautiful. That's us.
they are corrupt. Who's there? They are corrupt.
Lively. Powerful.
Sunny. The place is sunny and the people are sunny. I think that's it.
Gorgeous. What you want? Awesome. Terrific. Any one of those.
these were 5 questions to Jamaicans, and first of all I would like to say thank you to everyone who agreed to participate in this video. You shared with me some personal stories, some really moving stories, and million of thanks to you for doing this for me. And if you ask me what I think about Jamaicans, who are they, and I would reply to you that friendly, yes, smiling, yes, have positive vibes, definitely, yes, definitely they do. But for me the most meaningful thing is that being here, living in Jamaica, living among Jamaicans, observing them, it taught me how to be more open, how to smile to a stranger, how to greet to a stranger, how to have a chat with a random person from the road, because I am an introverted person, and also I am Russian, and in Russia we do not usually normally act like this, and for me it's really big accomplishment. It's big accomplishment, and I think it is the most valuable thing which I got from communication with Jamaicans. Well, thank you very much that you watched this video. I hope you really enjoy it, and see you in the next episodes. Bye.